Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. Welcome. We're going to take just a couple of minutes to make sure that everybody can sign on and be here with us. ברוכים הבאים אם אתם בארץ ישראל, שלום לכולם, מתגעגע אליכם. And to everyone in Brazil, especially Porto Alegre, hi, I just did a service earlier today, about 4 hours earlier for Porto Alegre, Brazil. And to our friends here in California and throughout North America and Canada, of course, and in Europe. Everywhere, wherever you are, welcome, love, peace, Shabbat Shalom. We hope this will be a time of sweetness and joy and a little bit of uplift. We don't go through the entire service, but we touch on every rubric as we can. And I invite all of you at home to join us and sing wherever you are. I'm not going to hear you, but I'm going to feel you. I promise you, I'm going to feel you. And I see it reflected in my sweet wife's face. Terry is sitting opposite me. And I look at her and I see every time something happens and it lights up. So sing and share with us, okay? And we'd love to hear from you. So even if I can't respond to you right now, I will look at it after the Shabbat is over and I will try and respond to each and every one of you. Okay? So Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. I wish everybody just a peaceful and beautiful and joyful Shabbat. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Mimelech, Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. בואכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, מלאכי עליון, ממלך ממלך, מלאכי המלכים, הקדוש הקדוש ברוך הוא. הקדוש הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, מלאכי עליון, ממלך ממלך, מלאכי המלכים, הקדוש, הקדוש ברוך הוא. הקדוש, הקדוש ברוך ממלך ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש הקדוש ברוך הוא. הקדוש הקדוש ברוך הוא. It's beautiful. We begin by acknowledging angels. I know we don't necessarily mean those Michelangelo angels, right? Those cherubs. We mean angels. And if you ever doubted that there are angels, have you been watching all these nurses and doctors and first responders? Have you been watching the people who load the food into our car when we pick it up from a store? Have you been watching all of them? Because we're surrounded by angels. We are surrounded by angels all the time. And the truth is, we've always been surrounded by them. We're just beginning to notice it now. So holiness is not about whether holiness exists or not. It is about whether or not we recognize it. Today is Shabbat of recognizing it, because it's Shabbat Acharei Mot Kedushim. Thou shalt be holy, because I am holy, says God. Welcome to everybody. We are going to do Lechadodi now. I'm going to use two melodies. I promise that each time when it's a melody that's not mine, I mention who it's by. So the first melody is going to be a Bretzlav melody. Some of my favorite music is from the Bretzlav Hasidim. And the second melody for the second part of Lechadodi is going to be from Muzhitz Hasidim. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, איש נמענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת וליתי לה. שבת נקבלה, נקרא שבת, לכו ונלכה, כי בכל הברכה, מראש נקדם, סוף מעשה במחשבה תפילה. לך תודי לקראת קלה, משבת נקבלה, מקדש מלך, עיר ונמצאי מתוך ההפכה, ויקרא לך שבט בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, שבת נקבלה, התנערי מעפר קומי, לבשי בידי תפארתך עמי, אל ידני שי ותלכני, קרבה אל נפשי גאלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, Shabbat nekabla, hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva oreh, kumi ori, oi uri uri, shir daveri, kevod Adonai, alayich nigla. Lecha todi likrat kala. Nei Shabbat nekabla. Yababim bam lo tevoshi. Matishtochati umatemi yababim bambach yechesu aliyeh amami benim netayir altila ay yabababam yabababim bam yabababam yabababam ay day likrat kara, yabababa, Shabbat nekabla. Ve'hayu li tshisa, shosayich, v'rachaku kol meval'ayich. Hey, lecha dodi likrat kala. Shabbat nekabla. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי יבמים בה על יד איש ופרצי ונשמחה ונגילה Hey, lecha dodi likrat kara. Yabababa, Shabbat nekabla. Boi veshalom, aterek bada, gam mesimcha uvetzola. Hey, lecha dodi likrat kara. Yabababa, Shabbat nekabla. How sweet are these melodies? How uplifting are they? Bach yechesu aniyei ami v'nivneta ir al tila. In you shall the impoverished of my people dwell, then the city shall be rebuilt. How we treat the poor, how we treat the least amongst us, how we treat the most vulnerable is the measure of our society. Our city will be rebuilt if we rebuild the poor, the impoverished, the least amongst us, the most vulnerable. This is in today's portion. This is actually in every, you know what? Anytime you speak Torah, you study Torah, that should be the lesson. The least amongst us, the poor, and the stranger. How we treat the stranger. All of that in today's portion. This is just great. You happen to be joining me in a Shabbat in which there's profound stuff happening in the Torah, right? You could tune in any other week, but this week you tuned in, so much holiness in the Torah. So here we are. We are going to now sing Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat, a song, a psalm, a shearing, a pruning for the day of the Sabbath. What? A shearing and a prune? Yes. Mizmor, lezamer in Hebrew, means to shear, to prune. What are we supposed to prune on the Sabbath? Weeds of wickedness, weeds of ignorance, weeds of indifference. Those weeds of hatred, let's prune them today. Let's shear everything. Let's make our Shabbat garden beautiful and welcoming and sweet. And the melody from the wonderful Gat brothers, Beit Shemesh and Yerushalayim. Mizmor Shir Yom Shabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי ויום וכינור. Now you've learned it, sing it with me one more time. Here we go. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי ניקיון בכינור. ירפו נאות מדבר, לגיר גבעות תחגורנה, לבשו כרים הצאן, והעמקים יעטפו בה, יתרועעו אל ישירו. מזמור שיר, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. תרעפו מאוד מדבר, בגיר גבעות תחגורנה, לבשו כרים הצאן, והעמקים יעטפו בה, יתרועעו אל ישירו. מזמור שיר, מזמור שיר ליום השבת. Yes, a song for the Sabbath. Those of you who wish to rise at this point, you can. I'm sitting here stuck the way I am, but I am bowing and I am rising all the time. Baruch Hu. We thank God for making evenings evenings, not bringing upon evenings, because the words in Hebrew are ma'ariv aravim, yani making evenings evenings. God has the quality of making you, making love, making sweet, making evening, and morning. But we begin with affirming the coming darkness. This is one of the things I most love about my Judaism, is the affirmation of the darkness. I don't reject the darkness. I don't avoid the darkness. I embrace the darkness. I affirm it. I even thank God for the darkness. Why? Because out of it, light will come. The dawn will come out of the darkness. Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Emet, truth. So, what are we told in the Ve'ahavta and you shall love? We are told to repeat, to go over, to rehearse, to practice, to repeat over and over again. Why? Because it's not called spiritual practice for nothing. It's practice. It's about repeating every day. My Terry and I have been doing Tai Chi every day now for, I think, oh my God, almost 4 weeks now. 4 weeks. And when we started it, the instructor said, you have to do it 100 times and then you'll start feeling the benefit. I can tell you, after 2 weeks, we started feeling the benefit. Every day, repetition, over and over again. What are these things that we are told today? Repeat them to your children. Go over them again and again and again. Why? Because you discover the beauty and the profound in the repetition, in the doing of it. It's not about the idea. It's not about a concept. It's not about the abstract. It's about mamesh, just repeating, doing over and over and over again. Like running, like exercising, like cooking, like loving. Right? Over and over and over again. Lay us down for the sake of peace. And if you choose to raise us up tomorrow, let it be for the sake of life. Ashkivenu, Ashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Leshalom, Leshalom, Ashkivenu.
עמיתנו מלכנו לחיים ולשלום ולשלום השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ושמור צאתנו ורואינו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך עלינו סוכת שלומך השכיבנו השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום לשלום השכיבנו השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום deep breath ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בית עולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים את הארץ וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפל ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בית עולם לדורותם בית עולם
we are going to take a moment, just a moment, to think, to meditate, or to not think, to just feel, to just bless, to just pour out blessing. You know what? Pour out love. Whatever good you have in you right now, pour it out, breathe it out. Any good, any blessing, any good wishes, any compassion, any patience that you have in you, bless all of us. Please flood the world with it. We all need it. So a moment of just blessing and love and silence, and then I'll sing.
אלוהינו, אלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, רצנה במנוחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך, ותן חלקנו בתורתך, שבענו מטובך, ושמח נפשנו בישועתך. ושמח נפשנו בישועתך. ותהר ליבנו לעובדך, לעובדך, לעובדך באמת. ותהר ליבנו לעובדך, לעובדך, לעובדך באמת.
One more time, sing with me, please.
ותהר ליבנו לעובדך, לעובדך, לעובדך באמת. ותהר ליבנו לעובדך, לעובדך, לעובדך באמת. והנחילנו, אדוני אלוהינו, באהבה וברצון, שבת קודשך, וינוחו בה כל ישראל מקדשי שמך. ותהר ליבנו לעובדך, לעובדך, לעובדך באמת. ותהר ליבנו לעובדך, לעובדך, לעובדך באמת. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Purify our hearts to worship you in truth. So, my Rebbe, the Honishtoppel Rebbe, was obsessed with today's portion, especially with the part of Kedushim, be holy. And my Rebbe leans on one thing only, Kedushim tiyu, you shall be holy. Why shall you be holy, says God? Because I am holy. and you are my people, so you have to be holy. I want you to see that in Hebrew, it does not say, thou shalt be holy, I hope you will be holy, I invite you to be holy. I would love it if you were to be holy. It's a command form. You will be holy because I am holy. And my Rebbe says, that's actually not a command. My Rebbe says, it's a promise. Wow. Why is it a promise? Because in this portion it says, Ve'ahavta lere'acha kamocha, and you shall love your fellow human being as yourself. Okay. You shall love your fellow human being as yourself. How is that a promise? Because what precedes it is a whole bunch of instructions. A, you shall not oppress the poor and the widow and the orphan. You shall love the stranger as yourself. You shall not hate your fellow human being in your heart. You shall not seek vengeance upon them. And at the same time, you shall reproach your fellow human being. When you see your fellow human being doing something wrong, tell them they're doing something wrong. That's part of loving them. If we do all those things, my Rebbe says, then the promise is you will love all human beings as you love yourself, and by definition, you will be holy unto God. Loving God means loving other human beings, plain and simple. We can't just love an abstraction up in heaven or up in the sky. It's not an idea. We have to love each other. When we love each other, treat each other with mercy, with kindness, with compassion, with justice and with mercy, then we love God. And then, at that very moment, there you go, we're holy. I wish for all of us only holiness, because it's so difficult, right? We can get so angry, we can get so upset, we can get so frustrated with other human beings. They give us so many opportunities. And yet, we are to love our fellow human beings as ourselves. I wish to learn how to do that. And I wish for all of you and all of us to learn how to do that really well. Reproach and reprove your fellow human being when they are doing wrong, but never hate them in your heart. Never hold a grudge. Let go. Love. Have compassion. Treat the poor and the orphan and the stranger as you would want to treat yourself. And we will all be a holy people, a holy nation, a holy country, a holy world. This Shabbat, please, let's not wait. Not even till Havdalah. Not even till tomorrow night. Tonight, holy. There are people who need healing in this world, oh my God, all over the place. I'm going to mention names of people at Makom LA, at my community, and then I'm going to invite you just to take a second to think of people that you wish to think of and to wish speedy healing for them, complete healing. We are thinking of Audrey Gardner and Bruce Foxworth and Jerry Foxworth and Sharon Lippman and Eitan Camille and Michal Morris Camille and Bill Schumacher and Tom Ammett. If you have other names in your heart, do me a favor, say them out loud. It's good for you. It's good for them. Just mention the name out loud, and then we'll sing a Misha Berach, a prayer of healing for them.
Misha Berach Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah Uyevarech V'yerapeh et hacholi. And we'll sing it one more time, please. Misha Berach Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak ויעקב, שרה, רבקה, רחל ולאה, הוא יברך וירפא את החולים. אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, שרה, רבקה, רחל ולאה, הוא יברך וירפא את החולים. הוא יברך וירפא את החולים.
My friend and colleague Craig Taubman wrote this beautiful, sweet melody that I think just cuts right to the heart of the matter. We are remembering people who have passed away, and I was speaking last night to congregants of mine and saying that the dead are not dead, not the way we think they are. They may physically not be here, but the dead are not dead. The past is not the past, right? Right here with us. And you know you have someone who's right here with you, still right here with you, shows up sometimes at night, sometimes at sleep, sometimes in a dream, but not always. Sometimes as you're walking in the street or cooking or doing anything mundane, doing your job, suddenly, there they are. There they are. No time has passed. Speaking to you right now. We remember them. And when we say the Kaddish, I will ask you to just image someone. Picture them right in front of you. Vital, right there, right in front of you. So when we say this prayer of exaltation of God, of uplifting God, we do that having this person that we love so much. If you have more than one, please. We are remembering at Makom the following people. We are sending our condolences to Janie Friedman, who lost her stepmother, Elaine Kaiser, last week. We are also remembering the grandmother of Michelle Perkins, Adele Schrebel, whose 19th yahrzeit was yesterday, and Marilyn Rosenstein, mother of Larry. And I'm asking if you have any other names that you wish to mention and remember, please say them out loud. Don't worry that you're alone wherever you are. Say them out loud. It's heard. I really believe that. It's heard. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא תברך חרעותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכונו וימלכונו וחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה, ברכו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, ואמירם בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. I want to thank you so much for being here with us. So Terry and I are here in this house, and you join us. You come into our house with us, and you inhabit the house with us. And we thank you for being here with us. Whether you are watching right now in real time, or you're going to be watching soon, or maybe tomorrow, Thank you for coming and spending time with us. I wish you all a sweet Shabbat, a good Shabbat, a holy Shabbat, a healthy, healing Shabbat. A Shabbat in which we don't think of ourselves, but think of others. And mainly, I think, mostly grateful. A Shabbat in which we can really express our gratitude for all the glory, for all the beauty, for all the kindness, for all the mercy, for all the love we've been shown. Shabbat Shalom to all of you. Debbie Friedman's beautiful melody. Here we go. Ose Shalom bin Rama Uyase Shalom Aleinu Ve'al kol Yisrael Le'imeru Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oseh Shalom b'noma u'ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Shabbat Shalom. Sweetness, kindness, good, compassion, mercy, love to all of you. Health. Shabbat Shalom.